righty, here we go. I'm meteorologist Ben Peine here with Ben at 10. It's your weather show for Southern Indiana and beyond. And happy Friday, our Friday before Christmas here, December the 19th, straight up 10 a.m. And it is a cold one out there. We got a quick cold shot, had some windy rain move through last night. I'm sure you heard the winds blowing out there. So now we've got just the cold weather. Thankfully, the roads are fine. They've been drying up out there, so no worries with the slick spots. And not much of a warm up in the forecast here for today. So we're looking at mid 30s, still a little bit breezy, wind chills in the 20s. So bundling up for today. But we're right back into the 50s tomorrow, and we have 60s on the way for Christmas. Spring-like Christmas. Santa's gift is some warm temperatures, so we're going to look ahead to that here coming up as well in our longer range forecast. If you're new to the program, again, this is your weather conversation. Feel free to ask a weather question. Feel free to just say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And thanks for liking or sharing our weather show here this morning. Whether you're watching on my Facebook page, Meteorologist Ben Peine, Extol Weather on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube, and extolmag.com/weather on the World Wide Web. And here's a live look outside at some breaks in the clouds. And the good news is for today, the clouds will be decreasing, and we are going to have some chilly Friday afternoon sunshine here for us a little bit later on today. So not all bad, just got to deal with some chilly weather, but we're kind of accustomed to that here with what has been a pretty cold December, although we're going to wrap up December on a warm note here very soon. And we're going to look at our current temperatures out there as well, which there you can see the cold front is off to the east. That's that blue line that's over the East Coast. And now we have a west breeze coming in, and the coldest weather up to the north, and look at up towards Minnesota at 11 below zero. So at least it's not that cold, but we have fallen down to the 20s here in our neck of the woods, 28 in Louisville, 21 in Indianapolis, and down to 10 around Chicago. So chilly stuff here. But again, the warmer weather will be returning very soon, as we'll have 50s back in that forecast here for tomorrow. So quiet and chilly out there for today. We're going to be dry the next several days. We'll have a dry front move through Saturday night. So we'll go from 50s Saturday to lower 40s on Sunday. And this is a look at the radar and satellite across the region as we look at the current conditions here. And there you can see just a little layer of clouds getting sunny now west of I-65 in Kentucky. And these clouds will continue to erode and move off to the east. And pretty quiet weather stretching way out to the west here with a lot of sunshine just west of our region. And the winds will die down a little bit more later on today as well. Bringing up to the stage our weather headlines. Cold breezes out there today. Back to the 50s tomorrow. Christmas 60s. That's kind of the big headline here as we look ahead. And we'll have some rain chances moving back in next week. But it looks like light, kind of spotty rain every once in a while. Late Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just a little bit of light rain. Nothing heavy. No big storms through our Christmas week expected. And there's a little teaser there at our warm Christmas. You can see those wind arrows coming in from the south, pumping in the mild temperatures, spring-like 60s in that forecast for Christmas Day and maybe the couple days after Christmas time as well. So we're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to some comments here that are popping in. Orlean Whitlow, good morning. A windy morning. Boy, that wind did blow last night. Yeah, there were some wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. Thankfully, no damage around our area. And Beverly Haggis with a good morning from Borden, Indiana. And we got a report coming in from Christian Walker up around the Indianapolis area with 21 degrees and 13 days until New Year's. Dennis Gregory with a happy Friday from the Bedford Icebox. It is a cold one once again. And Orleans got 29 down there in Hodgenville with the sun peeking through. We're going to have more of that sunshine on the way very soon. And did you get a flurry there, Christian? Flurries there in Carmel and some strong winds as well. Yes, indeed. It has been blowing out there all around the region. But again, the weather will be settling down. It'll stay a little bit breezy tomorrow, but the wind's going to come from the south, and that'll help warm things up back to the 50s. So just a quick cold shot out there for today. It won't be long-lived here for us. Also, if you're new to the show, we like to Give you the forecast, which we just did right off the bat here, and then we'll take a deeper dive into the forecast, weather history, weather jokes, a countdown, all that fun stuff. And then we'll dig into the weather model data, which usually comes up around 10:15, 10:20. If you really want to nerd out on the weather, we'll be looking at the weather models for the rest of this year with the long-range outlook, and we'll proceed from there. All right, here's a look live outside of our Extol Media Studios. Again, it's some cloudy conditions. Also want to show you a live view outdoors at the sun peeking through here. This is the live view with the Falls of the Ohio camera, fallsoftheohio.org. So this pans around the waterfront live all the time. If you want to ever check it out at fallsoftheohio.org. So looking good out there this morning. And Christian, yes, with some snowflakes there. I didn't see any snowflakes. They were gone if they happened before I woke up. We got a Merry Christmas from Judy. Merry Christmas, Judy, from the Madison, Hanover, Indiana area. Thank you very much for watching the weather updates here and watching the program here this morning. Also want to show you your weather resources anytime you want. We got the live show up right now here at extolmag.com/weather. You've got your current temperature, 29 degrees. You've got your daily forecast that'll take you through the next week. Your hourly forecast on that right tab right there. As you can see, I'm clicking right now, and that is your forecast for today. 7-day forecast that I have put up this morning. Brand new there for you. You can check out anytime. Scrolling on down, the brand new weather story has been posted if you want to check that out. It gives you some more maps and information. And as we look and scroll down below, we've got the large interactive map right here, which, as Christian was mentioning, if we look to the north, that's where we find a few little flurries flying up that direction. But most of the area is dry. Most of the area is just cold, looking at 20s here. So you can do the same thing. You can click on these maps and be your very own meteorologist. We got dozens of weather layers here on the right side. You got temperatures. You've got your satellites, which I love this visible satellite. It is so detailed. You can see the little layer of clouds that we have here in the clearing just out to the west and southwest of us. And before we get rocking and rolling, I want to give a shout out to our partners here at Lions Roofing. You can get free quotes here, and they've got an update on their website. Looking good here. Protecting your most valuable asset for a lifetime. You can give them a call at 812-294-3595. There's where you can fill out the free quote if you have any roofing issues, especially after a windy storm like last night. There can cause some problems for your roof. So you can give them a call, or you can just get in contact with them here online. For Louisville in southern Indiana, they got you covered right there. Very cool update here on their website. Love it. A new look right there. They got a career section too. If you want an opportunity, here's a look at a roofing repair technician job. And if you want to level up your opportunities, right here in our backyard, one of our biggest resources and institutions, Ivy Tech Community College, right here, the Sellersburg campus. You can click right there, and you can learn more about their dozens of two-year certifications. Tuesdays at the Tech, where you can get one-on-one information about their programs, how to pay for it, financial aid, scholarships, how to register, career coaching. They make it accessible and as easy as possible to get you connected and moving on and on your career. Maybe you're starting a career, changing a career. Maybe you're getting dual credit in high school, like my kids have done as well. Shout out to my buddy Michael Long as well. If you want to get an insurance quote, maybe it's life insurance, maybe it's car insurance, home insurance, maybe it's all of the above and more. And if you bundle, you can save too, which I've learned here recently. And you can save with their app. You can save with other ways with student discounts. You can give him a call. Get a quote, 812-578-3072. Proud to be an American Star Certified Agency, Excellence in Customer Experience. Go to amfam.com and just search Michael Long, and that's where you can find him right there. All right. And also a reminder, too, if you ever want to get a hold of us, me right here, we're at 2.1 million views over the last 28 days just on my Facebook page. That doesn't include the power of Extol Media as well, right here based out of New Albany, Indiana, covering Indiana and Kentucky with advertising and marketing solutions. You can get a hold of me, Ben at extolmag.com. That's my email. If you want to email me weather question or just want to connect, there you go. There's where you can find me. All right, we've got a good morning from John Fox. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Lillian Lasley with 30 degrees in Litchfield. And Donnie Hutt. Hey, Donnie, we just got here for John is flying tomorrow. Is it going to be cloudy? It looks like we'll have some clear skies in the morning and then maybe some clouds kind of moving back in tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have a dry front move through tomorrow night, so we might get some clouds coming in later in the day. But tomorrow morning looks pretty good and clear. Just a little bit on the breezy side with south winds around 10 to 15. But I think it'd be a good day to be out there. Is he out at Clark, I'm guessing? Mary Dale, good morning. Thank you for letting us know what is happening weather-wise. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Lily and Lasley got the sunshine coming out there. Yes, indeed. Getting sunnier from west to east across the area this morning. Carol Payne, good to see you in the comments this morning. Christian Walker is cruising through 2 cups of coffee, going to the third. And here we go with Big Happy. I was going to bring in Mr. Frowny Cup, but I forgot once again. But it'll debut next week. All righty. Oh, our Bowman Field. Very good. Very good. And thank you very much, Christian. There you go. Reminding everybody to subscribe on our YouTube page at EXTOL. All right, let's get to the forecast here, guys. We're going to dig in. And cold breezes for today. Back to the 50s tomorrow. Christmas 60s, and then rain chances off and on, but light rain chances for next week. There's our warm spring-like Christmas. South breezes, 60s, about 20 degrees above normal for this time of the year. How many days until? 2 days until winter officially begins on Sunday. Christmas in just 6 days. And, of course, 6 days after that is New Year's Eve. 7 days later is January 1st, 2025. And the coldest on average part of the year is in 28 days. And the time change in 79 days when we spring ahead an hour, we march ahead an hour and lose an hour of sleep there in March. I think that's March 8th. Today's weather history. Back in 1948, it was the Snow Bowl there on the left side. The snowstorm struck Philadelphia. During an NFL game, the game started late as players helped remove snow. The Eagles won 7-0 in driving snow with 7 inches of snowfall. 1973, anyone remember this? Indiana was buried in some snowfall across the entire state. Over a foot in northern Indiana, 17 inches fell in Lafayette. 1986, an explosive nor'easter low pressure intensified south of New England, bringing high winds, 70 miles per hour, torrential rain, and heavy snow, up to 30 inches of snow in southern Vermont. And in 2009, a historic East Coast blizzard. Snowfall totals of 1 to 2 feet were common. 15 inches at Reagan International Airport. And December 19th was the third highest daily snowfall since 1884. A lot going on. Your stupid weather jokes of the day here. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho, ho, ho. All right, I like that one. What nationality is Santa Claus? He's North Polish. How much did Santa pay for his sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house. Boom. There we go. Your forecast today for your Friday, TGIF. A high of 36. Chilly sunshine heading our way, right, as we speak, as the clouds are exiting off to the east. A west wind at around 10 to 20. Got a wind chill out there. It is feeling rather chilly across the region. A low tonight, 28 degrees. The winds will die off. Southeast wind at around 5. And for tomorrow, your Saturday, December the 20th, 46 degrees at noon, 54. So we are rebounding, 20 degrees warmer tomorrow. And then we'll be about 10 degrees cooler Sunday. As a dry front moves through Saturday night, we drop to 42 Sunday. Upper 40s and maybe a couple sprinkles late Monday. And then some on and off light rain showers. Not a washout here. Really, really light. Looks like less than a quarter inch Tuesday, Wednesday. And we're back into the 50s, so comfortable there. Christmas Eve weather, 58 degrees, chance for a few light rain showers, and maybe a lingering light rain shower or sprinkle early Christmas morning, and then that should be drier Christmas afternoon. Thursday, 65 degrees. Bottom left portion of this graphic shows you the average high is 46, so that is going to be about 20 degrees above normal, and we may keep the 60s next Friday and into next Saturday. So the warm pattern continuing across the region. I want to bring this back up too. I just want to look at the current wind chill because it is still blowing out there. Wind chill at 18 degrees here with the live conditions at extolmag.com/weather. So obviously pretty chilly out there. Coming up to 10:15. And I love it when you like the jokes. Beverly Haggis loving the jokes. Orlean Whitlow, ho, 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 on those jokes. Christian Walker with a ha-ha, loving it. Laura DeVore, thanks for watching. Good morning. And Marydale, will the wind die down as it gets warmer? Yeah, it looks like the wind will be pretty calm with a warm front over the region next week. And Christian with the ho, ho, ho. All right, we're moving right along. We're cruising right along. Let's bring up some of the weather model data as we shift gears here a little bit and bring up the radar and satellite, which is very quiet. Again, we had the really gusty rain move through last night. A few flurries, perhaps. I didn't see any. The flurries are wrapping up around Indianapolis, and we're starting to see that sky clear from many areas in western Kentucky, southwestern Indiana. So the clouds will continue to erode off to the east. And Laura had a limb fall from a tree and damage my shed roof. It's toast. Gonna have to get a new one. Oh, that is a big bummer there, Laura. Sorry to hear that. We talked about that yesterday. These winds would be strong enough to probably do a little limb damage, and it looks like we got that report there. Let me bring up some of the weather models. So what can we show here? I say we just skip ahead through the weekend since we're dry. Again, back to the 50s Saturday, lower 40s on Sunday. Nothing to really show there. That's interesting, in my opinion. So we can look quickly, though, at the Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day outlook. And just a big warm bubble of air with a ridge developing over much of the United States over the next couple of weeks. Jet stream lifts to the north out of here into Canada. And so that's where the cold air will be for a while. And then we can also bring up the 8 to 14 day outlook here from the Climate Prediction Center. And there it's about the same, kind of locked in a warmer pattern for much of the United States, almost coast to coast and border to border. Definitely, Laura, good point. Thankfully, it's the shed that got messed up and not your house or garage. And no one was outside to get hurt either. And I'm very happy that my trash cans did not blow over last night. And the guys came and took it all because we got skipped last week. So we had that. It's always fun when you have 2 weeks of garbage stacking up, but we're back to normal here. All right. Let's go. We've got weather model GFS. We'll pull up here and we'll look at a little bit of that light rain for next week. Not a big deal. The bigger story, in my opinion, is the temperatures on the way. So this is the GFS weather model and bringing up the temperature map. So there's that cold pocket of air over the region right now. GFS temperature, here we go. So that cold air dropping down briefly from the north. We're just kind of on the edge of it. But again, it will be retreating and going back to the north as soon as tomorrow. Notice that warmer air starting to nudge north. And what we have here is, we've talked about this as well with the jet stream pattern, is a flat flow across the United States. See this jet stream? There's no big humps or dips or troughs. That's called a laminar flow or zonal flow. It is, again, just straight west to east. So a lot of times that'll give us kind of near normal temperatures and no storms, really, with this kind of pattern. And eventually, as we go to, let's go to Christmas Eve, the 24th, and take a look at the jet stream pattern here. Now we're starting to see not a zonal flow anymore, but big trough here out west. That would be a big storm over the west coast. They've had mega flooding over the northeast. But the jet stream does this. This is the ridge here. So if you remember, we talk about it all the time. South of the jet stream is going to be warm. And then all the cold air is way up here. So this is the pattern that we're pretty much locked in. And so as I bring up the temperature map here, remember, south of the jet stream warm. And let's see what we have. There you go. Look at all this warm air starting to move our direction. And the cold air is locked up to the north. And let's query it. Let's zoom in and take a look at these temperatures here. This is Christmas Eve. And so this is also, I want to mention, a warm front right there, right over the region. So with a warm front over the region, that will give us some spotty light rain showers. But the good news is we get the warm temperatures as well. So north of that front, you're looking at 40s here up around Indianapolis, Christmas Eve. But south of the front for much of our region in southern Indiana, it's showing 50s and even some 60s. As I try to plot some of these temperatures here. So the warm air winning out. So that's Christmas Eve. We might be able to get near 60 degrees there for much of the region. We clear that out. And then let's go to Christmas Day. This is 4 p.m. on the 25th of December. And look at that warm front has lifted farther to the north. And there's that big spring-like air right on top of us for Christmas. I think it was 2021. We had a really warm Christmas, like record warmth. I don't think it's going to be that warm, but hey, I don't even remember what that feels like. Temperatures in the 60s. That's going to be awesome. So there you go. Big warm up for Christmas. Thank you, Santa. And then the day after Christmas, the 26th, this is at 4 p.m., and it still looks like we are on the warm side. Going into the 27th. And so far, the warm air is holding on for us. Just north of that warm front, again, you don't have to go too far north. It gets chillier with 40s over the northern half of Indiana, and then there you can see some 20s and teens up around the Great Lakes. So as long as that warm front stays just a little north, we're going to be kind of spring-like here through our Christmas holiday. Now we go to 28th. I think that's a Sunday. We're getting back to normal, just a little bit cooler, not severe cold. The severe cold is that air up there in eastern Canada. So just kind of normal there. Going into our 29th. So going into our very last week of the year. Pretty normal there. Not the warm air that we have for Christmas, but a little cooler. This shows a little bit of warm up on the 30th, back to the 50s. And then for New Year's Eve, it's showing pretty normal temperatures in the 40s. That's about where we should be for this time of the year. And then New Year's Day, looking pretty normal as well. I did see some media outlets calling for the return of a snowy weather pattern in January. That might happen, but it might not be the first week of January. It might be down the road a little bit. I'm not seeing any severe cold pushing into our region. So as we zoom out our view here, we can go through the rest of the GFS weather model. This is January 2nd. Nothing extreme there. And then into the 3rd of January, that cold air is still up to the north. And look at, you can see it's there, minus 30s. But the jet stream is keeping it locked to the north for now. All right, so that has been the long range outlook, and that has been Ben on a limb, going out on a limb there. All right, we'll do a forecast recap here for you, and then we'll get zipping along on a Friday. Looking at some of the comments here that have been popping in. Laura, Ben on a limb was right for Christmas. It was. We've been talking about this Christmas warm-up, I feel like, for 2 weeks. And Christian loving the warmer weather. Big fan of the warmer weather. And Laura is a fan of the warmer weather. Peggy, it loves the snow. It's always a half and half battle. Since I've lived here now for, I don't know, 18 years, we've asked this question, I feel like every year. You want snow? You want warmer temperatures? It's always half and half around our area. We've got so Christian was asking about Michigan. Going to be colder up there, as we saw on the maps. Florida is almost always warmer, Christian. You're correct. Vicky Berger, Christian, I'm with you about the warmer weather. I'd marry you if I wasn't so old. It's hilarious. Laura, cold can stay up there, please. Hey, John Ross, happy birthday. Everybody give John a happy birthday. Thanks for tuning into the show on John's birthday. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Orlean Whitlow, the warmer weather's looking good. Thank you. Have a very good weekend. Christian cracking up. We got a happy birthday to John. And let's do the forecast recap. And again, we'll let you get your weekend started here. Adding back to the stage. Oops, I didn't want that. I wanted this. Is our forecast headlines here. Cold breezes out there today. The winds will diminish to around 10 to 20. We had some pretty wicked wind chills out there this morning coming into work. Back to the 50s tomorrow, above normal, about 10 degrees above normal tomorrow, and then we're back to a little below normal Sunday. Dry front moves through Saturday night, puts us back down to the lower 40s for Sunday. As we just saw, Christmas 60s and some light rain chances next week. We got a happy birthday to John from Beverly Haggis and Laura DeVore with the HBD. Happy birthday. Barbara, I'm thinking the same. Some Christmas golf. That might be my present to myself. Get off the simulators and get back outside to real golf. And how many days? 2 days until winter begins, 6 days until Christmas. And so that means that 13 days until New Year's, 12 days until New Year's Eve, 13 days till New Year's Day, 28 days till the average coldest temperatures of the year, mid-January, 79 days until the time change. Today's weather history, there's a bunch of it, a lot of cold stuff, a lot of snowy stuff, and I'm going to show this in the weather jokes at noon on my Facebook page if you want to take a longer look or watch the replay. We talk more about this. So, Laura, breezy tomorrow. It will be a little bit breezy. South wind at around 10 to 20. I would maybe try to golf tomorrow, but the ground's going to be pretty wet and saturated. It would be cart path only. And we've got family Christmas up in Richmond, Indiana tomorrow, so won't be able to do that. All right, cruising back to the forecast here we go. Stupid weather jokes. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho, ho, ho. What nationality is Santa Claus? North Polish. How much did Santa pay for his sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house. Forecast today for your Friday. Sunshine returning this afternoon, 36 degrees, 10 below normal, and the west wind at around 10 to 20. Tonight, winds die down, 28 our low temperature, so a cold one out there tonight. 46 at noon, 54 for tomorrow afternoon with a south breeze at around 10 to 20. We've got our chimney being swept right now, so thankfully we'll get it inspected and cleaned and ready for winter time. We've already been using it a lot, the wood stove. So again, a cold front moves through tomorrow night, dry, 42, the high temperature Sunday, 27 Sunday night, Monday, 48 to near 50, maybe some sprinkles late Monday. Warm front sets up over the region, so that will give us some light, spotty rain from time to time. Not a big deal. No big storms anytime soon. No snow. And we have 50s Tuesday and Wednesday, Christmas Eve 58, maybe even near 60. If that warm front can push through more quickly, we'll warm up. And then 60s for Christmas time. Spring like Christmas, 64 for next Friday. Might keep the 60s into that following weekend as well. So boom, there you go. There's the forecast. Doing some family stuff like you are, Christian, and no plans as of yet for Christmas or New Year's Eve. Enjoy the family time. Yeah, if I don't see you, we'll still be doing the show next week. But if I don't see you, if you're out and about enjoying some family time and Christmas time, holiday time, hope you guys have a fun and safe holiday. And Vicky, love of the jokes. And one last time, let's bring something else up here to the stage. A reminder, you can always get your weather here at extolmag.com/weather. And you can also Get your roof fixed, repaired, your gutters. If there's any issues with your shingles, if you have any leaky spots in your drywall, you may want to get it checked out. They got free quotes here at Lions Roofing, lionsroofingco.com. Call them now, 812-294-3595. And they're family owned right out of Memphis, Indiana, but they got you covered on both sides of the river throughout Louisville Metro. And there you can see the reviews and more. Awesome update to their website, by the way. And they've got a roofing repair technician as they expand their teams to help serve you. Also, I want to give a shout out to our friends here at Ivy Tech Community College, really becoming a community hub and powering the workforce here in Southern Indiana and beyond. You can get connected right away at ivytech.edu. Just click on the Sellersburg location. You can check out the Ivy experience, check out the videos and all their programs that they have offered. And they can get you hooked up there and started right away if you're ready to level up your career, maybe change careers, maybe just start your college education. There you go, as my kids did in high school. Shout out to my buddy Michael Long, too. If you want to get a quote, he's got all your insurance needs right here. He's my insurance agent, my mom's insurance agent. He's helped us through, some tough spots. We've had some bad car accidents. We've hit deer. We've had a tree go through my mom's roof. And he and Lions Roofing has helped us out with that. So I've got testimonial experience here with these guys. So if you want to get a quote, give them a call, 812-578-3072. Go to amfam.com and search Michael Long, and you can find them right there. There is our current view with a little low layer of clouds drifting to the east. We are going to see sunshine return very quickly. And thankfully, while it will be cold, at least we'll have some sun returning. Starting to see some peaks of blue sky through those clouds here as we look live out of our Extol Media Studios here in Uptown New Albany. Laura saying it sounds perfect. Hey, Tim, thanks for tuning in. Merry Christmas, my friend, from your friends at the New Albany Fire Department. You guys have a safe, hopefully quiet Christmas. And Lily and Lasley have an awesome weekend. And Christian's got a few flakes up there in Indianapolis. All right, we'll leave it with Lily and Lasley's comment right there. Again, if I don't see you, have a great Christmas time. Happy New Year's. We'll still be doing the show, but if you're busy, I get it. And hey, we'll be in the 2026 very soon. And winter begins Sunday, so happy winter time. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you later.